Have you ever wondered what God's will is for your life? This is a question that stirs in the hearts of many. It's a struggle that is as common as the rising sun. We yearn to understand the grand design, the divine blueprint that has been meticulously crafted for each of us. God's will can often seem like an enigma, a mystery that is beyond our human comprehension. Yet it's not an unfathomable secret kept away from us. It's a puzzle that can be pieced together through faith, prayer, and thoughtful reflection. It's a journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth, a path that leads to a deeper understanding of our purpose. It's a quest that requires patience, perseverance, and a heart open to divine guidance. So, how do we begin this journey? How do we decode this divine mystery? Let's delve into testimonies from individuals who have discovered God's will for their lives. Meet Jane, a successful lawyer who felt an unexpected calling. Jane had it all: a thriving career, respect from her peers, and a life many would envy. But beneath the surface, she felt an emptiness that no courtroom victory could fill. She was successful, yes, but something was missing. She yearned for something more, something deeper, something meaningful. Jane began to question her journey, her purpose, her destiny. Then, one day, she felt a pull, a calling that she couldn't ignore. The call wasn't to the courtroom, but to a far-off land, to serve in overseas missions. It was unexpected, to say the least. A lawyer turned missionary. It was a path that was far from easy. She faced hurdles, doubts, and sacrifices. She had to leave behind a comfortable life, step into the unknown, and trust in God's plan. But as she embarked on this journey, she discovered a sense of fulfillment that she had never known before. She found joy in the smiles of the people she was helping, peace in the quiet moments of prayer, and a sense of purpose that was far greater than any legal case she had ever handled. Jane's story is a testament to the fact that God's plans for us are often beyond our wildest imaginations. It serves as a reminder that when we are open and willing, God can use us in extraordinary ways. Jane's story shows us that God's will can sometimes lead us to unexpected places. Next, we have John, who discovered God's will through prayer. John's journey started just like many of ours, filled with uncertainty and questions about his purpose. He found himself lost in the noise of everyday life, struggling to discern God's will for his future. But instead of succumbing to frustration and confusion, John turned to prayer. He committed himself to a consistent prayer routine, setting aside time each day to connect with God, to seek His guidance and wisdom. John's prayers weren't filled with demands or requests for specific outcomes. Instead, he prayed for clarity, for understanding, and for the strength to follow wherever God might lead him. As John continued in this practice, he began to notice a shift. The fog of uncertainty started to clear. He felt an inexplicable pull towards service, towards using his skills and resources to help those in his local community. The more he prayed about it, the stronger this feeling became. On one particular night, as he was praying, the idea of starting a non-profit organization serving the local community came to him. It seemed audacious, yet it felt right. It was as if a divine light had been switched on, illuminating the path that God had laid out for him. John followed through, dedicating his life to serving others, and in doing so, he found his purpose. Through prayer, he discovered God's will. John's experience highlights the importance of prayer in discovering God's will. Finally, let's hear from Lisa, who had a life-altering experience. Lisa's life was a whirlwind of routine, every day the same activities, the same places, the same faces, until one day everything changed. Lisa was involved in a near-fatal accident, a turn of events that shook her to her core. She was teetering on the brink of life and death, but somehow she survived. Following this, Lisa found herself in a state of deep introspection. She began to question the purpose of her life and her role in this vast universe. It was during these moments of reflection that she felt a divine presence guiding her, whispering to her, revealing a path she had not seen before. Lisa realized that her survival was not mere chance. It was a divine intervention, a second chance at life given to her by God. She understood that her life-altering experience was God's way of showing her His will. Lisa felt a powerful calling to share her story with the world, to inspire others, to let them know that even in the face of adversity, there is always hope, and that hope comes from God. Her near-death experience transformed her life and gave her a new purpose, to become a beacon of hope and inspiration for others. Lisa now believes that her life-altering experience was a testimony to God's will. Lisa's story reminds us that sometimes life-altering experiences can reveal God's will. So, what can we learn from these testimonies about understanding God's will? From the stories we've heard, it's evident that God's will can lead us down paths we never anticipated. Like our first testimony, the unexpected calling, which shows us that sometimes God's will may not align with our initial plans or expectations. Yet by trusting in His wisdom, we often find ourselves embarking on fulfilling journeys we could have never imagined. Our second testimony underscores the power of prayer in discerning God's will. Prayer isn't just about asking, it's about listening, seeking guidance, and opening our hearts to divine wisdom. Through prayer we can gain clarity and peace, even in the midst of life's most challenging circumstances. The third testimony, the life-altering experience, reminds us that sometimes it takes a significant event or change in our lives to truly understand God's will. These experiences, while often challenging, can provide profound insight and perspective, helping us to see our lives and purpose in a new light. Yet, it's important to remember that each person's journey to understanding God's will is unique. There's no one-size-fits-all answer because our relationship with God is deeply personal. We all have different experiences, challenges, and triumphs that shape our understanding of His will. Remember, discovering God's will is a journey, not a destination. Keep faith, pray, and stay open to the unexpected.